According to a mermaid, life is like a rainbow. You need both sun and rain to make its colors appear. I agree with Rameya's quote because many of us have been drenched in stormy rain that's accompanied with strong gusts. But at the end of our storm will appear our rainbow that beams under the sun. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Life is life. Fight for it. A few years ago, a very dear friend of mine named Connie, she was diagnosed with that killer disease called cancer. I'd heard about that disease, but never in my life imagined that someone so close to me would be attacked by that monster. Not that I thought that myself or the people within my circle were that invincible. Truly, I always hoped and prayed for great help for the people I love. During the time of Connie's diagnosis, life seemed so cruel and so unfair. For it was a time that was gripped with fear, rage, and grief. Life was dark. For Connie had thought that life had knocked her down to her very core. But something amazing happened that inspired me to this very day. Do you know what Connie did in the midst of her storm? She began to understand that life has its ups and downs, and that this was her downfall. But Connie refused to stay down because she believed there is beauty in life, and that joy and happiness can be achieved in this lifetime. So she resurrected her fighter spirit by telling herself that this battle is hers, and it is hers to win. So she put on her pair of fire gloves and armored herself with determination, courage, and faith. And subsequently, she stepped into that fighter ring, where she began to fight with all her might and with all her soul. But there were times when the battle got so intense, to the point her body became tired and weak from all the chemotherapy treatments. Now, fellow Toastmasters, Connie was persistent in her fight by drawing strength from her willpower. And most importantly, and during the climax of her battle, she drew out that secret weapon of hers called the power of positive thinking. That was when she threw that victory punch right into the very heart of cancer. And all her families and friends who rallied for her during her battle greeted her with admiration for her brave fight and tremendously sweet victory. In every experience, there is always lessons to be learned. And my lesson from Connie's fight for life is that, sounds cliche, we should never take life for granted, because it is precious and fragile, and it is worth fighting for. Another lesson I learned is that in order for us to fight a victorious battle, we need to equip ourselves with important elements such as determination, courage, faith, and positive thinking. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, sometimes in life we choose our own battles, and sometimes we don't. But nonetheless, we're all fighting a fight. But know that we can be triumphant, proud, and free. I'll leave with you this quote by Helen Keller to meditate on, and it states, "The struggles of life are one of our greatest lessons. It makes us sensitive, patient, and godlike. It teaches us that although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming it. So life is just simply life. So fight." Connie did, and I will. Practice chair.